Matt, we're going to start with you. What have you been up to during the off season?
Not enough, I'll be honest with you. So it's feeling good to be getting back in the rhythm now that we're coming up on race season. I was actually talking to Ryan and telling him my schedule is slam packed here for the next couple of weeks, and that's a good thing because it means that race season's finally here and get ready for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, you say not much. One thing I could tell is you've been working out, man. Those guns are just looking massive over there. But, Ryan, we know you've been busy because you just signed on with BJ McLeod Racing for some Xfinity Series dates this season. On top of your beer league hockey duties, I heard you guys talking about this in the newsroom. So what have you been doing more? Practicing for racing or on the ice?
A little bit of both. You know, we've been really busy. Like you said, we just announced that we're going to be running about 7 races with BJ McLeod Motorsports this year in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So really excited to be back behind the track. But yeah, just trying to beat up on our boy Christian Audi at all our beer league games. So probably been training for that a little bit more.
Check him into the boards as much as you can the next time you're on the ice. All right, Matt, back to you. This is going to be a season where regardless of your performance, you're not going to be back with Wood Brother Racing at the end. So what is this like for you as you get set to start racing next month?
Yeah, you know, it's been awesome driving getting the opportunity to drive for the Wood Brothers. And last year, you know, when COVID and everything happened, not only were we a new team working together, but then we have no practice and we're just firing off in the race cold turkey with no practice. We're a new group working together. So we really learned a lot. And then that second half of the season is where you know, everybody saw us competing for wins consistently and top 10s consistently, running up front weekly. So we have that momentum to build off of. So coming into this year, I feel like this is going to be the best season, you know, of my career, and we're going to have a really good year at the 21 team. So moving forward, a lot of great things. That's all I can ask for is I have a great team behind me, and our performance will do all the speaking for me. And if we go out there and win races and run well, like I know we can do, the rest will take care of itself as far as my future in the sport.
Excited to see you get started, my man. All right, Ryan, you're in a little bit of a different situation. You're going to be running, like you said, those Xfinity races and hopping in a cup car a little bit as well. So how do you handle that going into this year when, of course, you're trying to perform well and pick up sponsors along the way?
Yeah, it's a lot of off-the-track hustle, as you know. I'm just trying to lock in as many races as I can because the more track time you get, the better. Right now, I don't think my first scheduled race is until May. So I just actually came back from the Chili Bowl Nationals in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and was able to get some laps on a dirt track. So that's a little bit different. But, yeah, I think our first race is May, so I'll get on there and run some iRacing laps and just do all I can, lean on guys like Matt. You know, he's one of my best friends out there. So if I can go there and ask him for advice. I've been to most of these tracks before, so I think it's just a matter of getting back out there and seeing if it all works again.
That's so sweet, guys. I mean, best friend. Look, two best friends that anybody could have on the show tonight. Now, Matty D, how do you approach the 500? I always ask the drivers, is it better to be aggressive in this race or be patient, be both? I mean, can you even prepare for what's going to happen out there?
Well, first, I think Ryan's lying. I don't even like him. I don't know what he's talking about. But no, yeah, Ryan and I have been friends forever. But yeah, no, to answer your question, Daytona 500 is quite wild. Anybody that watches it knows knows about the big one where there's a crash that can happen. I've been wrecked while leading or running second place, and you get caught up in a crash and you think you're in a good position. I've crashed in the middle of the field, riding in the back of the field. So it's kind of tough. There's really no set defined strategy that works in those races, but you really, really have to study and be super prepared for them to make all the best decisions that you can, because it's more of a chess match. It's a different style of racing than what you see at our short tracks and road courses and places like that. So it's a ton of preparation between me and my spotter, relying on him heavily and making all the right lane decisions, things like that. So to answer your question, I don't know what the best strategy is other than having some luck on your side and making the best decisions you can with your team.
Hey, I'm sure you'll figure it out this season. But, Ryan, you got to let me know about the podcast you two got going on. Let me know the name and how this all came about.
Yeah, so Matt and I have been friends, like I said, for probably 5, 6, 7 years now. We were teammates at BK Racing and the Motorsports Group. Worked with them at Go Fast Racing a couple years ago, and just launched it a few weeks ago. It's called Not Another Racing Podcast. It's hosted by our good friends at Click Marketing. That's KLIK Marketing. And Matt and I have always talked that we've had like some of the best stories that anybody could really have in the NASCAR industry. We wanted to write a book when we were all out of it, but we got really lucky, and obviously podcasting became a thing. We've had some cool guests on there like Garrett Smithley that you can see on there right now. Our good friend Mason St. Hilaire, John Wood. And we're getting even bigger guests on there in the future. So we're just really excited to get out there and tell stories that may or may not should be out there.
Oh, you said bigger guests, so you must be inviting Charlotte Sports Live on your podcast.
Oh, of
well,
course.
we accept the invitation. We'll be on the next episode. Don't worry.